The Billfish Xtreme Release League. Brought to you by K Clubs Resorts and Marinas. Exciting oceanside getaway experiences, unlike any other.
It's the final day of extreme bill fishing action from the Turks and Caicos Islands. 10 teams are on the water vying for the $100,000 first place prize. And Team K Clubs got themselves closer to that money with this white marlin. They're now just 5 points behind the current leader, Team Matafuera. Matafuera is back at the same spot they had success with yesterday, which seems to have been a good idea as angler Javier Roquette brings in this fish. It turns out to be a blue marlin. Points from this fish will make Matafuera a hard team to beat. Of course, this team should be hard to beat. They're the reigning league champions, and a win here will keep them on track with their efforts to repeat that title. Matafuera just increased their lead and their chances to win here today with that fish. Team owner and captain Jose Ramon obviously feels it. Team Release Spencer is quietly making their presence known as angler Daniel Spencer has hooked up a blue marlin.
Got it.
Whoa!
Just holding your own right now?
What they're trying to do here is get the fish in position to tag. If you ever wanted to see a perfect example of a clean tag and release, you just did.
Damn! That's what I'm talking about, baby!
Team Release Spencer gets part of their name from Release Marine, a manufacturer of fighting chairs. These chairs can make life a lot easier when you hook into a big fish. Captain Norm Isaacs goes in-depth on fighting chairs.
Billfish come in all sizes, and among the largest is the Atlantic Blue Marlin. When you hook into one of these guys, especially if you're dealing with rough seas or heavy tackle, you need a little help from a good fighting chair. Now, these marvels of engineering are more than just a place to sit. They help the angler maximize strength and leverage. The chair doesn't do the work for you. Tournament rules prohibit directly hooking the rod, the reel, or the angler to the chair. The only point of contact is here, where the rod butt's inserted in the gimbal cup. Its swiveling action allows the necessary pumping motion to efficiently retrieve line. The length and angle of the footrest allows it to be adjusted to fit the size and style of the angler. The entire chair rotates so the angler can always be facing the fish. It provides stability and obviously reduces fatigue. Effectively using a good fighting chair can be the difference between winning or losing a long fight with a big fish.
Team Galati has made a gutsy move today, running 3 hours, basically to the Bahamas.
You eat your bit? It's right there on you. Here he comes. Drop it back to him. Let's try him.
And the risk is paid off. Team leader Vic Starling has got to this rod first and is now in a contest with a blue marlin.
That's the right kind, baby. That's the right kind.
The maximum points on this fish will put Galati in second place and give them a realistic shot at winning 3 BXRL events in a row.
Easy, baby. Get behind him. Get behind him, Bob. If you can.
I got the bell.
Get behind him. Out of gear.
Okay. You like that, Judge?
Good tag.
Hey, Bob. Close, guys. Close. See it, man. Good job, boys.
All right.
That's 300 points any way you want to call it. Team Galati, right at you.
I think Vic and Team Galati have a new catchphrase. Coming up on Bill Fishing Extreme, just who are these guys? And what compels them?
NBA Sunday on ABC. Mavericks, Heat, rematch. The Heat broke the Mavericks' hearts in last year's finals, thanks to D. Wade's MVP performance. Now, Dallas is a juggernaut firing on all cylinders and looking like the class of the league again as they turn to their man Dirk to exact some revenge on the Heat. NBA Sunday, 12:30 Eastern today on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
HBO Latino es mucho, mucho más. Más estrenos latinos.
Cuando alguien se muere es el final.
Más éxitos de Hollywood.
¿Qué robaremos?
Más películas originales. Más series originales. Y más deportes. HBO Latino es mucho, mucho más.
It's a new NBA, a new generation of players who are driven by one thing, the desire to win. Now that Wade's Heat have a title, will LeBron's Cavs be next? Can the Suns prove that offense wins championships? Watch the stories unfold all season long on ESPN.
Anúnciate aquí. Llama al 787-641-5222 o comunícate con tu agencia de publicidad.
Got it. Whoa! We're into the final day fishing here on the Billfish Xtreme Release League, and the action around the Turks and Caicos Islands is heating up with 3 blue marlin already caught today, including one by the current leaders, Team Matafuera.
All right, baby! Let me go back to the tower. We're going to find another one.
What else is going on, you know?
I don't know. I'm worried about my own.
Matafuera's owner, Jose Ramon, is a proven winner in the BXRL. After winning the league championship last season, his passion for the sport encouraged him to talk his good friend and fellow Puerto Rican angler, Hiram Quiñones, into starting up his own team. So Hiram did and formed Team Sea Wish. So far today, Sea Wish is yet to see any action.
We would like a little bit of more wind and more wave. Sometimes happens that we have to fish with very calm water, and that's why we're putting more teasers on the water and trying to get the fish on.
Well, the teasers worked, and Hiram now gets to deal with a blue marlin.
Okay, Chiri, adelante, Chiri, adelante. Voy, te la voy a poner.
Sea Wish is currently last in the league points, but these BXRL rookies might start to climb out of that hole if they can hook more fish like this.
Was a little fish, probably no more than 100 pounds, but that's the one we needed. We need another more, 100 pounds, and that will be it.
Fishing not far from Sea Wish is another rookie team to the BXRL, Brittany Jean. These guys have yet to catch a fish and get on the board in this event, but they are optimistic.
Damon's up driving the boat, hopefully covering some ground. Maybe we can pick up some bait, spot some of that, and hopefully bring the big blue marlin up. Now, there's always anxiety. You always want to bite. Everybody wants to bite all the time, but it's marlin fishing. You know, you put in 95% boredom and then get 5% organized chaos once you get one on.
Team Brittany Jean is brand new to the BXRL this year. Much like the blonde pop star responsible for the name, Brittany Jean likes to have fun. Each competitor brings experience and knowledge, but friendship is the bond that threads this team together. As Captain Norm Isaacs takes us on board with Team Brittany Jean.
Team owner Damon Becknell is a big game enthusiast as well as the proud boat owner of the 67-foot Bertram, Brittany Jean. When it comes to fishing, there's no slowing Damon down.
I like to show off a little bit, so we got to go fast where we go.
Ray Blanco is a longtime childhood friend of Damon's and an excellent light line fisherman. When the bite is on, it's Ray who will be reeling in the fish.
I don't exactly know how I wound up in the role as the lone angler on the Brittany Jean.
Leisure Lee Stevens is the voice of wisdom on the team. As the co-founder of Marlin Magazine, he offers both big game knowledge and confidence.
Lee is our karma. He brings an attitude to the boat that we are confident that we will win.
Jason Douglas is no stranger to the BXRL. As a mate in years past, Jason has an understanding of the extreme rules and he's ready to execute, especially with the tag stick. Josh Hebert is not only brand new to the BXRL, but also to marlin fishing. His solid work ethic landed him a position as mate on the team, and his eagerness to learn is a refreshing asset. Captain Roy Pike is both a respected skipper and responsible teammate, always on top of his game.
Roy is. He's very anal captain, but you gotta be. Just the job requirement.
Roy keeps the team in line, but he admires their wild enthusiasm.
I got an awesome crew. The guys are a lot of fun. We probably have the funnest boat in the tournament, hands down. We're like a big family. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Boys, man, my man, congratulations, brother.
Thank you all.
Look, it's a marlin! It's a marlin! I know!
And the wild bunch finally raises a fish.
Get the lines in! It's covered, brother. Is he taking line? No, he's taking it in just slowly. He's doing good. Damon, how we looking? Someone talk to me. Good tag. Gotta get the hook. Did you cut it good? Good it. Woo! Good job, David.
I think it's called skill meets opportunity. That's what it is. And you got to cross his eyeballs to get the bite. I mean, you can drag anything in the world that you want to, but you can't bring the fish to 20 miles to you.
On the board, baby!
Coming up on Billfishing Xtreme, as time runs out, things look good for Matafuera.
Hook up, hook up! Hey!
But only time will tell just how good.
College Game Day, Saturday at 11 a.m. on ESPN and 8 p.m. on ESPN2.
Turks and Caicos Islands. Hospitality under the sun. Romance in the moonlight. Music beneath the waves. Cuisine from the sea. Turks and Caicos Islands. Beautiful by nature.
The perfect retreat, a safe harbor, sumptuous fare, the tranquility and easy living of the Keys lifestyle. Welcome to the Pilot House Marina, a premier Key Largo marina located on secluded Lake Largo, just minutes from John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park. Recently completely renovated, the Pilot House is a full-service marina offering fuel, supplies, slips, moorings, and casual waterfront dining. The Pilot House Marina, Keys living at its finest.
This is the only outboard engine in the world that needs no scheduled maintenance for 3 years. It needs no break-in period,
instantaneous power,
no valve or belt adjustments,
well engineered,
no oil changes, ever.
Just incredible.
It's what this engine doesn't need that gives you everything you need.
I discovered E-Tech.
E-Tech from Evinrude. Spend your time on the water. If you're looking for an outboard, you owe it to yourself to look at E-Techs. Call or visit evinrude.com now and see how you can take advantage of valuable promotional offers when you buy the E-Tech of your choice. Then get the most talked about DVD in the boating world free. See why E-Techs outperform other leading outboards in torque, speed, ownership, and more.
You're absolutely excellent.
The DVD is yours free, so call or visit evinrude.com now.
The best in the industry.
Discover E-Techs and spend your time on the water.
They are the best outboard out there.
Welcome back to the Billfishing Xtreme Release League from the Turks and Caicos Islands. Beautiful by nature.
The final day of this BXRL competition is coming to an end here in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Team Matafuera is feeling good and counting the minutes until the judge calls lines out. Jose Ramon and his team have a solid lead thanks to this blue marlin they caught earlier in the day.
How much time? What? 3.5.
But Jose's good friend Iram Quiñones and his team, Sea Wish, aren't ready to hand the victory over to their fellow Puerto Ricans just yet.
Hook up! Hey,
With just 2 minutes of fishing left, they've hooked up. BXRL rules state that any team that hooks up before the official lines out can take as much time as they need to land a fish.
Hooked up at 4:28, right on the 2 minute.
If they can tag and release this blue marlin, they will win here today. And as Sea Wish goes into overtime, for everyone else, it's lines out.
We don't know nothing. We haven't heard about a couple boats, so we don't know what they caught doing today. Let's see. Let's just hope.
In all the excitement, Sea Wish has not called in their hookup. As far as Matafuera knows, they've won here today.
Thank you.
They certainly look like a team celebrating victory with some friends from Brittany Jean. They have no idea that Sea Wish is threatening to spoil this party. While it's happy hour for everyone else, Sea Wish has spent their hour fighting this fish, and it's getting close to the moment of truth. This team will take great care getting this tag. They know that this is it. Either win or lose with this fish. And Team Sea Wish has just earned their first BXRL victory. Matafuera suddenly find themselves in second place. Team Galati was unable to win 3 in a row, but a third place finish is still really strong. And Brittany Jean only scored with 1 blue marlin at this event, but it was enough to finish in 6th place. But it took 3 blue marlin to win here today for Sea Wish. And Jose Ramon doesn't seem to be too upset about his team Matafuera finishing second to their friends. And both teams have reason to celebrate. After 3 events, Team Galati still has a good lead in the season-long point standings. After all 7 events, the team on top of this list will earn $500,000 in the BXRL League Championship. The next stop for the series is the Dominican Republic. This will be a pivotal event for the 10 teams in competition as they fight to improve their standings. This fishery has a history of producing large numbers of fish for the BXRL, so you can expect lots of thrills. We'll see you next time on Billfish Xtreme.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. To hook up with sport fishing anytime, log on to ESPNOutdoors.com.
The Suffix Saltwater Game, brought to you by Suffix, drawing the line on performance. And presented by Quantum, fishing at a quantum level.
Bonefish over white sand is a summertime phenomenon that we have in the Keys and almost every other bonefish destination throughout the world.
There's a unique thing going on there. Those fish seem to, when the water gets real hot, like that white sand. I think it reflects the sun. It's a little cooler. It doesn't have to be some remote sandy beach, you know, way out in the middle of nowhere. These bonefish will cruise right down these white sandy beaches where there's people snorkeling, sunbathing, hanging out on their boats.
The coolest thing about fishing bonefish over pure white sand is that you can see them from so far away. The greater the distance between you and the bonefish, the better chance you're going to have to catch it. You can take a 7.5 or an 8-foot rod and spool your reel with 6 to 10 pound braid. This will allow you to cast 10 to 20 feet further right away, right out of the box.
Oh, he's on you. If you get too close, they are going to spook, so you have to get it well past them and then bring it in. And when they see it, you can watch that black body shoot over there and eat it. Let them eat it all day.
You're the man.
It's a great fish, and it's a wonderful way to fish them on that white sand.
6.5, 7 pounds.
There you go.
There he goes.
Think your fishing line is tough? Watch Suffolk's Performance Braid do a number on a quarter-ton hammerhead. This tight, round, full-body braid never backs down. Suffolk's Braid uses its low stretch and superior strength to keep a tight leash on this angry monster.
Look at that thing!
And when it comes to abrasion resistance, Suffolk's Performance Braid is as tough as they come. You saw it in action.
That is the best braid I've ever fished.
Suffolk's, drawing the line on performance.
Here's a radically simple suggestion from eLoan. Spend too much money spreading the holiday cheer? Consolidate your debt with a home equity loan and pay one low monthly rate. Just call 1-800-TRY-eLoan or go to eLoan.com. eLoan. Radically simple.
The dawn of a new season. Will champions still rule? Is there an upset in the making? A star ready to be born? The greatest dramas in tennis unfold. The Australian Open. Coverage continues today at 10 a.m. on ESPN2.
This is a NASCAR Now update. I'm Mike Massaro. After leaving Daytona with a disappointing top speed of just over 183 miles per hour, it appears Jeff Burton's chances of winning consecutive Daytona 500 poles are slim.
But unfortunately, our fast car, we found two things that made it go faster. Everything else made it go slower.
After taking most of 2006 off, Ricky Rudd appears rejuvenated and poised to make a run at the Daytona 500 pole. With a lap of 186.4 miles per hour, Rudd claimed bragging rights, recording the fastest non-drafting speed during preseason Daytona testing. Mark Martin could join an elite list that includes Mario Andretti, A.J. Foyt, David Pearson, and Buddy Baker, all drivers who won the Daytona 500 in seasons when they didn't run a full schedule. Aiding Martin in that effort, he says, is the freedom to gamble, because he's no longer concerned about points. It's expected that NASCAR will announce changes that could include additional points for winners and an expanded playoff pool. But could it be that more radical changes are on the way?
From what I'm hearing about some of the things they're going to do with the points,